Good morning. Dominic is going to make us some breakfast, and I am going to take you over to the ocean so you can see what a difference the tide makes. But I have socks on, and these are difficult to put on with socks. We will try. We will try. So if you watched our video yesterday, I'm sure you can tell the difference in the water level. It's like the ocean's gone dry overnight. But it's just the tide, of course. Look at that. It's still really pretty though. And really nice in the sun. And there's seagulls everywhere. Cheers. We left the campground, finished our maintenance chores this morning, and now we're headed to La Bufadora, which is supposedly the second largest geyser in the world. And look how the tide went out, or went in, whichever way you say it, but you can see how low the water is compared to how it was yesterday. Anyways, we have a very short drive, just about 15 minutes. So this was about a 15-minute drive from our camping. It was really close. I think maybe if we had known, or we had realized in time, we would have come here yesterday, but it doesn't matter. We're here now. The only way to park is by paying, and the cheapest parking is before you actually enter La Bufadora. We paid 50 pesos, and that's a price for the whole day. It doesn't really matter how long you're going to be staying. That's a set price. As you go down closer to the actual geyser, the prices increase, so it goes 70 and then 80. We did try to do that, and then we ended up turning back around to the first parking lot before the entrance just because it was a little bit cheaper. So now we're walking. It doesn't look like a lot of the shops are open today, only a few of them, and of course everybody's trying to kind of hassle you and get you to go inside and buy something, but that's normal. But a lot of them are closed today, whether that's because of Easter or why that is, I don't know.
Maybe we're just early.
Or maybe we're just early, but it's not that early.
No.
It's almost 11.
It's almost 11.
It's not that early, so. The ocean views here are absolutely insane, and oh my god, look at that seagull just sitting there.
And pooping them and
chilling. And pooping. But look at these views. This is beautiful. So
Yep.
that's the geyser just in there.
Yeah.
Down there.
You can see the
You can see the water coming out, yeah.
the very
But again, just
dark
look at these
green.
ocean views. Look how blue and beautiful. said, so come to La Bufadora if you're ever in the Ensenada, Puerto Escondido area.
Yeah, definitely
Because
awesome.
that was really, really cool. You will have to pay 50 pesos for the parking for an hour or so, but it's totally worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. This was probably the coolest
One of the coolest
thing
seen, yeah.
we ever seen.
And the views of the ocean from up here are just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So definitely, if ever
So yeah, do it.
thinking of converting a van and
No tenemos hambre, muchas gracias.
Desayunos, almejas con miel de papá para que llegue como a la casa, como todo tigre.
And also just get used to them getting not very happy with you when you tell them that you don't want to buy anything or you're not hungry. But that's just it.
yeah, I mean, we have food in the van, so
Yes, we're trying to
no
keep
need
it as
to.
low budget as we possibly can, although the last few days have been extremely expensive, but that's, you know, between gas and visas and everything like that, we will tally it all up and then I will have a small heart attack and then we'll move on, but that's for later. We are about to go through the first military checkpoint of the day. We did go through one when we were driving from the border to Ensenada, and it was no big deal, so hopefully this one will be the same. Stop us this time, so that's that. We keep going. And it looks like we are once again in an area where there's a lot of vineyards. We've passed quite a few wineries on our way and a lot of vineyards. So back to wine country, I guess. We're going through an area now that is definitely not as glamorous as all the vineyards were earlier. So I guess this is a look at what rural Mexico looks like. And we were just having a conversation earlier about I guess the difference in perspective coming from the United States as opposed to coming from Eastern Europe. So I can absolutely understand coming from the United States if that's the only place where you have driven before. Coming here to Mexico, even in Baja, would be quite a shock because there's quite a lot of potholes, because the roads aren't anywhere near as big. They're quite narrow. You're driving on one lane, and also the style of driving is a lot more aggressive, I suppose you would call it. It's just a little bit different. It's more chaotic, not as organized, not as easygoing as it is in the US. So I can definitely understand how that would be a shock. However, for us coming from Eastern Europe, it's really not that different from what we're used to. It's really not that different from driving in Bucharest. There are more potholes here than in Romania, although Romania does have its share too, but not as many. But other than that, there's nothing that I have so far seen here that wouldn't happen back home. So I guess for us, it's not so shocking. But anyways, yeah, we're very close to San Quentin and we're gonna try to stop in the city. We need to go and get some oil and we need to get some diesel. And then we're probably gonna try and find a camping spot for the night.